in an effort to contribute to the enhancement of senior leadership in the context of current trends and future needs. The International Association of University Presidents, IAUP, presented the second edition of its Leadership Development Program for New Presidents and Emerging Leaders, held from June 6th to 9th, 2022 in Mexico City, Mexico. More than 20 current and former presidents, as well as higher education experts from around the world, served as mentors to a select cohort of university leaders in a unique experience that allowed participants to learn from one another and gain invaluable insights and understanding of the trends and key issues affecting leadership in higher education, and to assess the strategic implications of these in their respective universities.
When I walk into the room, the diversity of the audience and the people working together and the people or the mentors are actually enormous. So far with our first two sessions, we've learned a lot of concepts, important concepts which we can bring back home. And I look forward to the next coming days, and I'm pretty sure we will be learning how to manage our students and also how to lead, especially in these difficult times.
Actually, it's the first day, but it's been incredible. We already heard about strategic planning, but also the different possibilities about pathways to the presidencies in the universities, and you know how much we have to get involved with storytelling, curiosity, learn from other industries outside education. So it's been great. It's great to be here.
Ha sido una gran experiencia este programa. De verdad, el poder escuchar a grandes líderes en instituciones educativas, la experiencia de rectores que tienen muchos años enfrentando los retos que las instituciones educativas tienen en este contexto, y además tener la oportunidad de interactuar con ellos, interactuar con otros pares, poder reflexionar entre todos y compartir cuáles son como nuestras inquietudes, pero también cuáles son nuestros sueños como instituciones de educación superior, me parece una enorme riqueza.
Well, my experience during this program is that it's very enriching, that it's very clever to put at our reach many speakers that come from all around the world with different levels of experiences in higher education and in many different fields of knowledge. So I think it's a very enriching experience, and also the participants give you another way of learning from their experiences as well.
Achieving purpose and impact through leadership, building teams, sustainability, financial challenges, quality assurance, internationalization, innovation, crisis response, and succession planning were among the issues emphasizing on the challenges presidents face in the post-pandemic era, a key area of focus for IAUP's current presidency.
I'd like people to leave my session thinking about accreditation and accountability and improvement as natural allies that flow together with their own campus process for improvement and for achieving their own mission and goals. That it's not something off to the side, but that it's an ally and an integral part of achieving your ambitions as an institution and making sure that from top to bottom, the institution is living its beliefs and doing what it can to serve student success and the public good.
And I think the most important part of this leadership program that the International Association of University Presidents has put forth is the actual training and networking of aspiring leaders of universities and of young recent presidents. There's a lot of professionalization that is needed in the field. It's not a given that just because you've been a good academic, you're necessarily going to be a good school administrator. It's also true that not just because you've been successful in business, you will be able to run a university. Leadership in university requires very particular skills, and this leadership development program at AIUP is an attempt to basically work work at that. And of course, you get to meet some of the most prominent experts in the field in the world, but also network amongst young presidents.
Well, the main takeaways today, which is the first day of this seminar, I think are basically about what the nature of the presidency is, which sort of presidents we need today, which sort of presidents we'll need in the future. And we had a very nice, very, I think, relevant discussion in the morning, particularly on these issues. So taking advantage of the experience of some of presidents who have been as presidents for a long time, and they explain to the participants what their main achievements have been, how they became presidents, the mistakes they made when they started as presidents. All of that sort of experience is so important for participants. So that was one thing. And the other, very relevant as well, was the role played by the boards of universities. So how they work, which sort of improvements could be made in the way the boards function at the university level. So I think those have really been the main takeaways, at least for me today.
The International Association of University Presidents is an organization that was founded over 50 years ago to try to serve as a mechanism or conduit so that leaders of higher education institutions around the world could share their thoughts, identify trends, have best practices that could be applied to their respective institutions, so that overall higher education can improve around the world.